Hello everyone, and welcome to Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. And yeah, so we're not on the legend screen today at the moment, but that's for a reason. Before I show you that though, let me introduce again the person that is joining me, which is Card.
Hello, everybody. Card back again for this legend mode slash whatever else Serene feels like having me around for run of Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. I've plugged what I've been in various D&D campaigns and the current campaign, the Dungeon Force Pool of Radiance, which at the time of recording we will be doing this upcoming Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, that's what we start the stream. We don't actually start the game until a little bit later because of scheduling conflicts, or not really scheduling conflicts, because I want to make sure everyone who can be there is there.
Right, pretty much.
And now that I got that plug out of the way, Serene, what exactly do you have to show us today? Because I'm in the dark too.
I mentioned a card here right before we started recording the session. I was going to do something interesting. If you look on the right side of the screen there, it says Amiibo. And I happen to have several Amiibos. I can only do 5. The game will only let me do 5 of them. So what I have done is I have selected 5 of my 30 Amiibos. Before we start today's, or this episode's, Legend mode, I'm going to, run through a couple of these. So here we have, the 8-bit, Link. And, let's see. Oh yay, a Knight Sword. Woo.
Not exactly the best not the best starting off, but hey, 4 more chances.
So here I have Ganondorf.
And we get
Swords of Despair. I'm not surprised I'm getting level 1 items because I don't have the later items unlocked. But still, the Amiibo ones tend to be high level, and have special abilities and stuff. So I have Zelda, specifically Smash Brothers Zelda.
And from her we get
Polished Rapier.
Zelda weapon. Yeah. I wish I could. Yeah. Well, now that we've gotten the main 3 out of the way, let's see what else. Do you have a Sheik Amiibo? Maybe even one of the Breath of the Wild Amiibos. That would be interesting to see what that would unlock.
Right. Actually, I do have a couple of Breath of the Wild Amiibos. This one in particular is Bokoblin, of which we are going to obtain 10 Lizalfos scales, apparently.
I would expect that from something else, but hey, a monster giving monster parts makes sense.
Right.
And for
our last Amiibo, I have gone and grabbed my Breath of the Wild Guardian Amiibo.
Ooh, that big old bugger. Yeah. Well, let's see.
When I got this in the mail, I was like, "Holy crap, that is huge!"
And trust me, I've seen the thing in person.
Yeah. A blue ring for Wizro. Cool.
Yeah, well, an enemy getting one of the enemy journal stuff. Yeah. Note to next, if I manage to borrow this from a friend, need to test what Urbosa would unlock, because yes, I do have a couple of the Breath of the Wild Amiibos, but although the only one of the champions I have is Urbosa.
Right. I unfortunately do not have any of the champion Amiibos. I really wanted to go out and get them. Unfortunately, I was not able to do so. And I'm sure that there are people out there selling them online. But people
let's
who do that generally tend to make them very expensive.
and let's face it, I wouldn't pay more than the standard price for one of these guys.
Right.
Although,
Oh hey.
Oh.
I just got a second combo, and even further into stamina fruit. Cool. It's the first time I've gone beyond the first combo on.
Yeah.
And I saw Sia had something too. I was waiting to make sure that I didn't need that material for something else. Alright, so that's all we can get through the bazaar, and so on to the next level.
Mm-hmm. Which is the Valley of Seers. And because this is the first level where we can actually play as Lana, might as well go through it with her.
Right. Definitely to hop in here and do this with Lana. We're actually gonna do something a little different, interesting in the next episode as well. I haven't told Card about that either. This is actually the first time I've even mentioned it. But you guys will see what that is in the next episode. I actually want to collect something that is available outside of the legend mode. And so for the start of the next episode, we're going to do that.
Ooh.
And then we'll step back into legend mode. So
makes sense. But for now we're off to the Valley of Seers to stop the Black Sorceress, aka Sia, aka redacted because of spoilers, despite people probably already knowing the whole story about this game by now. But just in case no one is watching this, I'm not going to spoil nothing.
Right. So this is going to take me a little bit of getting used to, because I am so used to having Lana's full combos. I'm actually not even sure which combos I have right now. So excuse me a moment while I try to do different combos other than that one. But I keep mashing the same key combination.
Yep. Well, in the meantime, I'll be starting on my random tangent for this episode, and that being favorite Zelda areas from because we talked about villains, we talked about minions. So this time I thought, why not talk about areas themselves? Well, excluding Breath of the Wild, because let's face it, Breath of the Wild would trump most because of how well made it's been. So, yeah, excluding Breath of the Wild. Now we can break this down into the 2D areas and the 3D areas. So just to pad out the discussion, I might as well do that. From the 2D games, which is from the ones I played, which have only been the Oracle games, Link to Minish Cap, and if I want to get technical, although they are 3D, they kind of have the same style as the 2D games. Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks. So, but technically 3D, but they maneuver the same as 2D games. Yada yada. But if anyone wants to argue with me, feel free, comment down below, or message me message me over Discord. You just look for Card. But yeah, anyway, my favorite area from the 3D games is actually the Goron mines from Goron mines from Twilight Princess. Thematically, aside from my my professed love of the Gorons, because let's face it, they are a race of bros. Yeah, the Goron mines, I definitely thought was a good second area for the game. Introduce some harder enemies, got you more used to some of your new moves, and the iron boots were a definite. Well, you didn't get the iron boots from there, I don't think, but you got your bow, which aside from the boomerang was a definite boost to your long range game. Yeah.
The iron boots were earned before that. Part of the pre-quest to getting in there. You had to get the iron boots so that
In order,
you could
yeah.
assault the Gorons.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but this place had a lot of use for them. It wasn't just stuff with the bow. It was stuff with the boots because iron boots, whole bunch of magnets, which for those who don't know me all that well, I am a big elementally I am a fan of earth and electrical elements. So that's probably that probably explains my love of the Gorons being the earth, essentially the earth race, which despite in Wind Waker, that was like the Earth Temple was from the Rito and Zora, but that's sort of dungeons, not really areas. Although the Goron Mine was technically a dungeon, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm so confused. I lost track of where I was.
Ooh, sorry if you heard that. That was my
And I lost the level because I lost track of where I was, and I couldn't figure out where I was going because Sheik was red, and there was red enemies and stuff, and so I completely lost track of where I was, and then I realized, crap, I gotta go face Volga, and then before Impa got wrecked because I just could not figure out where I was.
Yeah. Volga. Oh boy, this guy, definitely a bit of a beast. But anyway, from the 2D games, I actually really liked them. Bugger, I'm blanking on it. But it's from Minish Cap. It's the I don't remember whether it's not Death Mountain in that game. I think it's Mount Illidan.
Mount Krenel.
Yeah, Mount Krenel. Oh, man, yeah, different.
World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I don't even play WoW, and so
Yeah, well, Illidan is a character of Warcraft. It's not but still, that was great. Like, it's Mount Illidan. I'm like, Illidan is Warcraft.
Yeah, but Mount Krenel. I again, Earth-based levels. I tend to have a soft spot for, even if it's just big old mountains.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I still had on this one.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
not let me lock on.
Yeah, although you were locked onto the dark net there for a moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I said, I've always been a sucker for Earth levels or the electrical based maps. It's because I've always really liked the elements of Earth and lightning because heaven, Earth, yada yada yada. I could there's a whole psychological and spiritual aspect of it that I don't want to go into because that's way too complicated to try and explain my spiritual beliefs, because trust me, and this isn't the place for it. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Which which is the Valley of Seers. Not my favorite level from this game, but we'll get to that later if just because of my own biases towards the Gorons. Let's go. And yeah, that's going to be coming up a lot whenever I'm discussing my favorite stuff. Because my favorite stuff in the Zelda series.
Right.
I think it goes back to that's why I like the Gorons is a discussion for another time. But Zelda areas.
Right. Um,
like, oh, go ahead if you want. If you want to, comment on one of your favorite areas.
yeah. No, I was just gonna say, for if we're splitting it up between, two-dimensional and three-dimensional, and on that note, as you were saying, do you count, um, do you count, Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass as 2D or 3D? Because they are technically 3D, but they're in the 2D style, just like A Link to Between Worlds is.
I smell a segue.
On that aspect, it really is like I would personally claim Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, and A Link Between Worlds as being 2D games in the same way that you would consider New Super Mario Brothers, New Super Mario Brothers Wii, and so on to be 2D games, because again, those games are built with 3D sprites, or 3D models, but they're built in a 2D sense. And so I would definitely claim those games as being 2D games. That said, because I consider those to be 2D games, I would not be able to include any of the areas from them in the 3D collection. But one place that honestly I always really loved was in Spirit Tracks specifically. I actually really liked the Ocean Realm.
Okay. For me, like Spirit Tracks, like didn't exactly have but what I really liked about Spirit Tracks was not necessarily the areas, because I was definitely glad to see an ice area so early in that game. I like how when we actually decided to talk about bosses, I'm gonna be gushing over one. I'm gonna be gushing over one in particular. But right now, you're here nor there. But I never got really attached to any of the areas from Spirit Tracks. And you saved her.
Yeah, I was seeing that she was in need of help. I was like, oh crap.
Luckily, you were literally right there.
Right, I was too. I was literally right there. I don't think I can even get to that gold sculpture. I think it's up in the upper area.
Well, I got at least try to go for it.
Yeah, if it's not, then it's down in this lower area. But the best I can do is just run over here. And the biggest issue is because oh, it's right there. Okay, I was gonna say the biggest issue is in order to hear Card, I have a headset on. Unfortunately, because I have the headset on, I can't actually hear my TV very well, which is one reason I'm having trouble noticing the notifications and stuff, because I'm not hearing the sound very well. But then because of that, in this game the music will quiet down and then just completely come to a complete stop when you're near the gold sculpture, and I'm I can't hear that because I have the headset on. So
whoops, looks like we mucked up a side mission.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see the assault troops there.
Yeah, it's
I thought I had gotten them, but I killed 2 or 3 of them. But I guess I missed one. Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we can still advance the main mission, which is getting the engineer to the bridge.
Right. Dark Force advancing towards the engineer. Watchful, I'm not just head. I'm not just head for the engineer. Don't worry about it, Impa. I got this.
Yeah, we got this. As you were saying, the Ocean Realm was your favorite from Spirit Tracks for the 2D section.
Right. I liked a lot of the 2D games, and while there are a lot of good areas, like I would personally say like, hey, you know, I really like the Minish Woods and, you know, things like that. So I liked a lot of the 2D Zelda games, but the 2D Zelda games were never that. I was never very big on them, so I never really like got that big of a connection to any of them or any of their areas. Personally, if we're talking just straight up 2D games, I think Spirit Tracks was one of the better ones. As for like why I like the Ocean Realm, it's just so. I mean, aside from the pirates that attack you every once in a while, it's calm. It's, you know, generally peaceful. You know, you've got the blue ocean out all around you, and despite my absolute, complete, and total fear of water in any regard, I actually really like the view of the ocean or the view of a lake or something. You know, when it comes to you know, vacation places, you know, tourist attractions. Where I live, we have a mountain that my mom loves to go see every time we go on vacation. And I'm not big on it. I enjoy going there, but I'm not big on it. But I used to live in a completely different state than what I live in now, which is, you know, I live in North Carolina now, but I used to live in Michigan. And, like, whenever we went on vacation up there, it was always to, like, one of the, you know, one of the Great Lakes or something like that. And I always enjoyed just sitting around in our campground, which was always, you know, right nearby one of the lakes and everything, and just relaxing, you know. And Impa needs help again. So I don't know. I always, like I said, I guess I always prefer water, you know, ocean, lake, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I can understand that. To sort of stay, to sort of, you know, sort of something similar. I've been around, you know, the water a lot, despite being in a rather landlocked state. Like when I was really young, there were times we actually went to South Carolina for a visit. And, there was whenever we visited my grandparents, there was we always went to the pool. So, and, you know, I enjoy swimming a lot. But for me, I guess now I'm just kind of, you know, watered out. So to me, you know, actually see, because I only really climbed a mountain, you know, been to a mountainous area really once in my life, and, you know, that was back when I was in Boy Scouts. I'm an Eagle Scout, by the way. Too long to actually get into that right now, but, you know. But yeah, it's like I've only been to, you know, a mountainous area once, and I just loved just how different, you know, the foothills, the area around it, the forest, and sometimes, you know, the craggy peaks. It's like a mountainous area can vary so much from one spot to another, just depending on the elevation alone.
Right. Absolutely.
Which, you know,
yeah.
which is kind of. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, the particular mountain, you know, the particular mountain that my mom likes to visit, you know, I definitely can say, you know, I do enjoy going there. You know, it's nice, you know, seeing everything there, you know, seeing how everything looks. You know, it is nice. I do enjoy it. I guess, like I said, you know, I always enjoyed going to the lake or the sea, or, well, I guess I've never been to the sea, but I've always been to the lakes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I've always liked going to, you know, the lakes and, you know, things like that a lot. And again, you would think that I wouldn't, because I have a tremendous fear of, like, water, like drowning and stuff. Like it's a tremendous fear. It's a huge, you know. Like,
yeah, I get that.
I don't like swimming, you know. I don't know how to swim. Um, and that has always been really because of the fact. Well, I don't know that I don't know if my disinterest in, you know, learning how to swim is because I've been afraid, or if the fact that I don't know how to swim is why I'm afraid, or if it's sort of a cyclical thing where it's like, yes, I'm afraid of the water, which is why I didn't learn to swim, but the reason I'm afraid of the water is because I never learned to swim, you know? It could just be literally both.
Yeah, the word you were looking for there was cyclical. And yeah, and you want to know what the irony is? Despite me, loving mountainsides and all that, I am terrified of heights. I don't like being high up in the air. Like hell, it is hard for my family to get me to climb a ladder to do stuff because I'm just like nope. I don't like being high off the ground. I just keep me planted on terra firma. But the view from being high up on a mountain is just it's so breathtaking to me. It's like it's just something that I really enjoy because you get to see everything that's out there, and I think that's sort of the same. It's like we don't really I don't really like being high up myself, but I freaking love shots from high mountain tops or that sort of thing, because it's like I get there's a beauty in that sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree. Like there is a lot to being high up and stuff. Okay, this said it was in danger, and there's like 2 enemies. Okay, yeah. Game. No, I can definitely agree. On the aspect of heights, I am terrified of heights. A lot of that though comes from the lack of depth perception. Having only one eye. It messes with my mind. I don't understand the distance, and so it really freaks me out. At the same time, I feel like that's one thing that is why I'm kind of only about mountains, is because of the fact that I'm on a mountain and yeah, I can see out far and wide and everything, but what exactly is seeing out far and wide when you can't see far and wide? You can't see what far and wide means.
Yeah, that makes sense. Can't like it.
I mean, that's just my personal thought on it. I don't know if that is why, but that's what I feel is the reason why I like that's one reason I like ocean and such over mountain, is because of the fact that when you're out in the lake, you just see the beautiful lake and everything like that, and it's really cool. But when you're on a mountain, it's high up, and it's kind of disorienting when you look down and your brain goes, okay, I know that is 100-foot drop, but I don't know that is 100-foot drop because it looks like it's in the same place as my feet are,
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah.
It's being on the mountain gives me more of a feeling of disorientation than a feeling of, oh, this is beautiful and this is wondrous and look at what I'm seeing,
Yeah, it's it's quite literally a matter of perception for you.
Right. Quite literally. So.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I don't know if that is, but that's just how I feel. And, so,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one reason why, getting back onto the original topic, why I really like the design of the ocean realm and things like that in Spirit Tracks and so on. Like, I didn't care for the water in Phantom Hourglass because it was all water, There was never this point of where you were like, oh yeah, look at this beautiful water, because you were just always looking at water, no matter where you went.
I hate to ask you your opinion on Wind Waker then, but I'm Tish.
Right. I mean, Wind Waker was nice. It's just, again, it's all water.
Mm-hmm. And just to make this joke, 8 out of 10, too much water.
7.8 out of 10.
Yeah, I can never remember that, the proper, score for that meme, but
7.8 out of 10, too much
water. But since I brought up Wind Waker and you haven't gotten to this, what about the 3D areas? Which one of them was your favorite?
For 3D areas, and this is gonna sound completely contradictory, considering all I've said. When it comes to 3D areas, out of all of the 3D Zelda games, you've got your Ocarina of Time, or you've got Wind Waker, which looks really good. You've got Twilight Princess, which is astounding graphically and so on. You have all of these Zelda games, and these Zelda games just keep getting better and better, and the graphics keep getting more and more amazing. But for me, even so, one of my favorite areas, if not my favorite of all time, honestly takes me back all the way to Majora's Mask for the Nintendo 64, because again, as I said, I really like water areas, but that's why this is going to sound really contradictory, because it's not the Great Bay that I like. Instead, actually, it's Ikana Canyon, the mountainous area,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like
completely contradictory to my previous statement about, I like the water and I don't care much for the mountains. It's honestly, Ikana Canyon, I don't know that it's so much that the area itself was cool and well designed, as much as it was the area, in general, the presence of it, what occurs in it, the feeling of Ikana Canyon,
Yeah, just that. Well, before we go any along, I have been waiting to make this joke since our last recording session. Well, you can definitely tell that Koei Tecmo helped develop this game because, well, just look at Sia's design. I have been holding that in since last episode because I knew she was showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and because let's face it, Koei Tecmo is not exactly the most subtle when it comes to their female character designs.
Right. No, that's the fun thing about Sia is she doesn't wear anything up top.
It's like, it's like, and that's not me, bemoaning the character design because, it's just me making a joke because, like I said, I do enjoy the fact that, at least for the most part, this is kind of the first real, female antagonist we've had in a Zelda game.
Yeah.
So, it's
from the Oracle series. But
yeah, but then again, she was she was
the main bad like Sia is.
Yeah.
So, well, And even then, Sia kind of isn't because
Yeah,
spoilers.
but anyway, my point is that like Sia's main goal, like Sia's main goal was
Sorry, I'm just going to command Sheik to go up there, and then once she gets there, I will switch to her
mhm,
because I have other things that I have to do.
yep. But yeah, it's like Varen's whole thing was like she was helping to doing stuff to help revive Ganondorf, whereas she was really just an underling of Ganon, so it's like ugh.
Right.
Whereas
And that is a thing. I know what you're gonna say here. That is a thing. With Varen, she was an underling knowingly. With Sia, she was the big bad until you find out that she's not the big bad. With Varen,
Yeah.
you knew from the very beginning with Varen that she was not the main villain. That she was an underling. With Sia, you don't. You know that the darkness took hold of her heart and stuff, but you don't realize what that means
until later.
Yeah.
Because when I first played this game, like I interpreted it as she's been stuck watching time essentially in memoriam, and she got a crush on Link, so now she's gone. And now she's gone, well, kind of yandere for him.
Right. That's true.
She's
definitely very yandere for Link.
Mm-hmm.
I had never really thought about that, but you're absolutely right about that. So that's funny.
Yeah, but so like that whole thing with her, it's like, oh, okay, like she's doing this because, well, she she's kind of an obsessive Link fangirl.
Right.
So okay, there we go. Now we can open that up for Sheik. But yeah, it's kind of. But yeah, like again, I may make fun of Sia right there. Essentially calling her the yandere fangirl that like never wanted. But at the same time, that was like that's kind of the whole. It's like, huh, like her goals are divorced so much from divorced so much from Ganon that it's kind of amazing where it's like, huh.
Yeesh, Impa, you need help.
Yeah.
God dang it. Okay, I have to kill these things because
Yeah.
I was literally about to kill Impa, and I totally didn't notice this.
Yep.
Sucks. I have to play Impa.
Yeah, before you get the good weapon.
Right.
Hey, at least consider this practice for later.
Yeah. Alright, that guy's down.
But yeah, like anyway, as I was saying before, oh, Sia, while I make fun of the whole, oh yeah, you can definitely tell Koei Tecmo made this. Like, I still do really enjoy her, as a villain. Her motivations, well, simple. Like, it's definitely different because it's not the whole trying to take over Hyrule because evil. It's more like, hey, I'm gonna take over so that I can be with more or less the man I love.
Right. She's definitely definitely one of those misguided villain type characters,
Which that sort of archetype has always is always something that I've got a bit of a soft spot for. See previous episode about Skull Kid.
Right. Where is
he's right at one of the stocks. Yeah, he's one's back there. You just
I just passed it. I just realized that. Okay, that's not the real one. And I can easily run with Link down to these other stalks without much issue. Let's see, Sheik. Sheik, just come down here for now, because I'm going to need to bring all of the characters together to fight Manhandla. I totally forgot about doing that earlier, so I need to do that as soon as I find Manhandla. But unfortunately, I've got freaking 5 stocks to check, and it's literally random which one it can be. That one either. Well, now I know where everybody is. Okay. Let me just go ahead and... This is a nice feature that they have here in Hyrule Warriors Legends and Definitive Edition, is the ability to command the other playable characters into like certain areas.
Like actually being able to control, your party members more efficiently definitely helps. Okay. See one of my gripes for the main release of Persona 3, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, so at least for you, you definitely enjoy the sea and water-based areas more than anything else, whereas I prefer the more mountainous areas.
Right. I definitely like I definitely do like the more water areas. Now that is to say, when it comes to water like dungeons and things, I definitely did not enjoy.
Whoa! Hold up. Let's save thoughts on dungeons for another time. Let's not run out of topics too early. Because trust me, I know what you're talking about, and well, we'll get to that later.
Right. Definitely.
Forehead Via's flytrap plant thing.
Manhandla is the one enemy in this game that I just hate. Well, not the one enemy. There are a couple of others I don't like, but Manhandla is one of the really 2, I should say, giant bosses that I just despise in this game. I mean, I like Manhandla, as a boss, and I wish that they would bring Manhandla back in more Zelda games, because he's only been in 3 Zelda games,
Yep. Oh, by the way, looks like the heroes activate his trap card.
Right.
Yeah. I know. I shouldn't have, but I can't help myself sometimes.
Indeed. No, crap, what was I saying?
Manhandla, you're not really liking this version of him.
Yeah.
You wish you'd be brought back in a few more games. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, Manhandla's always been a cool boss. The original Manhandla in Legend of Zelda gave me a lot of trouble, but then everything in the original Legend of Zelda gave me a lot of trouble. But I really liked Manhandla's design in one of the Oracle games. I don't remember which one. And I know that he was in another one, but I can't remember which one.
Yeah, he was in Force Order Adventures, and yep, and well, right now all I have to say is this: get ready for some confusion, people, because someone someone called the Platinum Dragons. Time just got broken.
Right? Oh yeah, Bahamut Ultimate, for those that don't know what we're talking about, Platinum or Time Dragons, as they're generally referred to as, are a creature in my universe, the Aletheia universe. And they are the Guardians of Time, similar to the Bronze Dragonflight of Warcraft lore. The leader is Bahamut, and if this were to have happened in Aletheia, Time Dragons would be going absolutely mental right now.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, yo?
Yeah, like, I mean, she just opened the portal to 3 different places in time, and the Gate of Souls that she's been using up to this point to begin with has been pulling monsters from, like, past, present, and future. And so, literally, it's just like, okay, you know, the Time Dragons would be all over this in, like, an instant, you know?
That I think whoever's in charge of the Zelda Underworld would be pissed.
Yeah, that's for sure. 3 fragments. 3 of the 4 fragments have been freed. Yay.
And one fell swoop. Because of course the final piece is sealed by the Master Sword. Because when you need the ultimate lock on something, just stick the Master Sword on. Just use the Master Sword as the ultimate. Nah, you ain't getting this, bruh.
Yet she bore it when Sia attacked.
Yeah, definitely.
Once Sia possessed all the
I have to
pieces
say,
of the
Fi is
Triforce,
pretty good at
she used
you know,
its
keeping
incredible power
the
to bend
barriers
time and
up and
space
things like
open
that.
doorways through the
Mhm.
ages.
So, although it
Portals to 3
that's
eras
one thing
appeared.
about Breath of the Wild,
Lana
though.
explained
Like,
to the others that a
the-
Gate of Souls had been
you know,
opened in
you
each
get
of
the
these
Master
eras,
Sword in that
and it was
game, and it
through
like
these gates
loses
that the
its
monsters
energy and
came.
everything, and it's like,
By
man,
opening these gates,
you know,
Sia had released the
Fi's
fragment
gotten weak over
the
the
other eras.
hundreds of
The task
thousands
before
of
the
years.
heroes was therefore
That or she is just pissed from how badly she got treated when Calamity Ganon first showed up. So she might be not the best of moods.
Link and his allies
Right.
split up to handle
Definitely.
all
No,
3 gates
it's-
simultaneously.
It's
each
just,
vowed
I don't know,
to
it's
close
just
their
really
gate and
interesting,
return
like,
safely.
how, you know, the Master Sword does grow weaker and does break and everything. Well, it loses its energy, but then, you know, it comes back and everything in Breath of the Wild, so...
Mm-hmm.
That said, hey, we just got the Deku Spear, which happens to be my favorite weapon that Lana has, so that's cool.
Deku Spear.
Materials.
Deku Spear is awesome.
Deku Spear is awesome indeed. That said, we did just finish off this level. Next up we have Death Mountain, Twilight Field, and Skyloft. So we'll decide where to go in the next episode. That said, I do hope you have enjoyed so far. If you have, please feel free to subscribe. Feel free to check the video description down below for a link to the playlist so you can get caught up on any episodes you may have missed. Or if, you know, again, you're watching it in the future after this one has aired and others are up, then, you know, you can find the next episode. And there is a link to my Patreon down below, so feel free to check that out. It does help the channel out quite a lot. So, and it's connected to a bunch of other things like my webcomic, A Life of Alexis Perkins.
Well, which, you know, I'll say this: I've checked out from time to time, or at least, you know, the ones that are able to, you know, which, you know, the artist is very good. So yeah, the Patreon definitely helps you support her artists, because, you know.
Oh yes.
But anyway, we'll catch you guys next time.
Yep.
Ciao.